Hello. Figured I'd turn on my stream. Yeah. Not doing too much. I'm just going to kind of have a little mess about, really. I think, well, like the title says, I'm just going to have a jaunt near the Isle of Wight. I think. I'm actually just trying to figure out the chat window though. Yeah, I did this before somehow. I don't know. Anyway, right. So what you will notice is that I've got the aircraft carrier. And I kind of need something which will take off from it. So what I do have, well, I've got the F-14B actually. That's pretty good. So we'll go for that, and then just set that as the departure point. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just trying to figure. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. Something I did have before, and I'm not actually sure how to do it, is to be able to pop the chat out so I can view that. Pop out chat, there we go. That's the one I wanted. So I've got OBS Studio on one screen, Flight Simulator off to my right, some wonderful O-gauge coaches in the background. And let's see. Okay, so I just need to set the runway, and yeah, we'll keep it at this time, and all players, live traffic, live weather. Yeah, so it's going to be as it is now. Itchy nose. What is that you can see behind me? Oh yeah, just more model trains. Set up the F-14B, and this will be off of the Queen Elizabeth, I think. Yeah, which, unlike the US carriers, it doesn't actually have the arrestor cable. This is still itchy. This is, well, the F-14 itself is DLC, and the aircraft carrier is also DLC. It's pretty good though. I do recommend it. So let's go for it. Throttle up. Let's go. I like to have my view kind of back with quite a wide point of view. You always get that moment as well when you come off the end of the carrier and you just sort of drop. Just take that, take the flaps up, and dial back the afterburner. So we've got the Isle of Wight here. I've been twice. One when I was a kid and one a few years ago. I think Bembridge is the one which has got quite a nice restaurant actually. Let's do some searching. It's very cloudy. And you can see my air traffic control is chattering away. So what do we got? I can't remember the town names apart from Bembridge. They've all literally dropped out of my head. Literally this moment. But one of the big landmarks. Well, you've got the it's Ryde, which is at the top, which is where the existing railway starts at. It's got the pier head, which goes further down. So I've lost my feed. Yeah, let's get the feedback. No, my feed is. Feed's crashed. Oh no. Oh dear. Let's see if I can restore that. No, it's crashed. Okay. I think I'll just leave that off then. Oh dear. It's crashed. I will see if I can somehow reset the stream. It's a bit strange. Okay. You're still getting the game. It's gone. It's crashed. Oh dear. Ah! Being full version of my face now. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Yep. Yeah. No good. I can't actually restore it. Very frustrating. Let's try. This has completely failed on me. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, this has been a mess. Hello, Ollie. I'm having technical issues. All you can see is my frozen face. And I've flown well off course now. Let's go back. I'm just going to deal with my frozen face in the corner now. And just start diving. Ah. This has become a nightmare. Oh no. Still got my frozen face. Nothing actually seemed to happen is my PC kind of stuttered and stopped with that feed. Let's see if I can troubleshoot this. There we go. I've just got this black stripe on me. There we go. Let's just get rid of the camera for now. So, back to the Isle of Wight. So what I'm actually was heading for originally is the needles. So, as you can see, it's the lighthouse here. I'll just get my air brake on. Otherwise, just to kind of control that descent. Get a bit of power back on. Air brake off. So the needles, you've got the lighthouse, which is right on the end there, and just inland there is a facility that was used for testing the Black Arrow before the rockets were shipped over to Australia to actually launch. Only the third one actually made it into orbit. The first two failed, the third one made it into orbit, and the fourth one is in the Science Museum. It launched, the third one launched Prospero. And no, it's an F-14 Ollie. F-14B to be exact. It's a chunky monkey, but it does go fast. And it looks pretty cool. There is an F-18, it comes standard with the game. This is a paid add-on. I've got too many paid add-ons for this thing. But it does model the sound barrier, which is quite cool. So I've just shattered some windows. So let's head towards London, I think. I'll just put pedal to the metal, and the afterburner drinks fuel. So maybe I should stop and refuel somewhere, or just refill it. I don't know. I'm making this stuff up as I go along. So I think I overstressed the aircraft. Okay, let's Ah, stupid Azure. It's a bit, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it just sort of stops for some reason. I think it's because I'm running a stream as well, but my bandwidth should be capable. Let's try somewhere else. Let's go for a flight around London. So I'm going to actually start off at Gatwick. Let's try something else. The Harrier? Harrier is cool. I like flying as #1 squadron, and I'm going to fill it up with fuel, which will make it incapable of vertical takeoff. But the Harrier's fun. Guernsey would take a little while to get to. Maybe I'll do a quick loop of London and then try screaming it down to Guernsey. You just get to watch the loading screen. I never ever spot the animals, but I never go looking for them either, so... I apologise for the fan noise, if you can hear it. PC can only keep so quiet. Wonder what a giraffe tastes like. Yeah, so unlike the F-35, the Harrier is quite analog still. Had it described as like balancing a stick on your hand, on the palm of your hand. Okay, so I can't really do a vertical takeoff. I'll see if I can do a short takeoff though. Just angle the nozzles a little bit. Set the nozzle limiter to 90%. Just throttle up. Then go for it. And the plane just generated in front of me, so let's, yeah, and up it goes. Okay, gear up. The reality is I don't know what I'm doing. I'll figure all this out with guesswork. So I'm pointing south, so I want to point north. Head back over Gatwick, and should be in a few minutes over capital. I don't think I've got DLC for Gatwick. I'm not sure if that's the stock airport or what. It's a problem when you're addicted to DLC. You kind of forget what you've got. But we can try going over central London, head west for a minute, go over Heathrow. Let's see if there's any liners I can bother, and yeah, just kind of have a bit of chill time. I do like the Harrier. I can get it to go supersonic in a dive, but it was never designed as a supersonic plane. I think there was designs on a supersonic version, but it was never developed. I think it uses kind of a different system to what the F-35 uses. The Harrier has got 4 nozzles which all point down when it goes into hover mode, but it can also fly backwards. The nozzles go back to about, they rotate about 100 degrees, so it can actually be pointed backwards and fly backwards very, very slowly. So London Heliport to my right. I think bearing left is Gatwick, and it's a very cloudy day over the capital. I do love this scenery though. Yeah, when you get down low it looks a bit naff, but I mean, come on, it's pretty good. Interested to see what they do in 2024, if they do actually make any improvements in that respect. I know that they are putting in things like jobs and things like that, but we'll see. So where am I going? Yeah, let's go more towards central, I think. Yeah, Twickenham. And yeah, what was that? I can't remember now. Right, let's take a right. Now, where have I been to pubs? Most of central London, I think. Let's throttle back a bit. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so Kensington, Hammersmith to the left. I'll just head this way for a minute. Do a barrel roll. Live weather looks brilliant and also ruins things. Hey ho. Okay, so we've got the Albert Hall. We keep going. We're actually coming up near to, yeah, Buckingham Palace and the Mall. Yeah, there it is. There's Buckingham Palace. And there's the Mall. St James's. Piccadilly Circus is just down there. BT Tower. The bridges. We've got Waterloo Bridge, is that? Yeah. Forget what that thing's called. We've got the Shard. St Paul's. The Walkie-Talkie. Tower of London and London Bridge. Can't go along here without flying through London Bridge, just like that, and over to Canary Wharf. We've got Canary Wharf and Greenwich, I think, yeah, this and Greenwich for the Dome, and City Airport. You got the cable car thing, the pointless cable car, the Thames Barrier, And that's pretty much, yeah, about as far east as the interesting stuff goes. There's a lot of planes at City Airport. A little thing about the other planes, some are live players and some are live flights, I think. So, for example, BAW 43 hiccups. BAW 433, I think, will be a live flight. Let's go over Heathrow. I think someone's got a Concorde there. Let's fly over it. There is still a Concorde at Heathrow, in fact. I think it's the one used for training still. Back over Hyde Park. I have throttled up now. So we'll make a bit of progress. You do get weather effects, you do get ice, and you do get rain. I do kind of like looking at this outside view though. Just got to be careful that I don't get into a fog and get disorientated and start nosediving. Kind of a shame we don't fly the Harrier anymore, I think. I liked it. I think it's one of the coolest fighter planes. Yeah, it's going to stutter a bit while it loads in all this aircraft because it's always really busy at Heathrow. With real and virtual planes. Let's do a low level pass. Yeah, you can see there's quite a lot of aircraft parked up there. So I think we're going to go south-southwest. Let's try and find Guernsey. Okay. I think that's the M25. We could climb a little bit. Let's get above the cloud level. This way you get quite a nice look at the weather effects sometimes. The clouds aren't bad. They sometimes look a bit weird. But compared to what I've had before, it's really pretty good. Now I think this will actually, yeah, this does keep pointing the right way if I decide to let go of the joystick. I'm still climbing. But yeah, you can like put it into vertical flight quite high up. So I've got 75% fuel now. Goes to show how quickly it burns fuel. I mean, it's not even got an afterburner. And I started off with 100% fuel. And at Gatwick, I've flown around London, and now I'm heading south. So yeah, it's just time to enter the chill zone for a minute. So look what we got around us. So that's a real plane. So easy 458. Let's Google that. I think if I go on flight radar, that will come up with something. So easy E 458. That's Eastern Airways. Easy E 458. Where have you gone? Ah, no, I think it did exist. It may have been and gone. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, that was me with flight radar on the other screen. So we got the coast now. Let's go more south, I think, rather than south-southwest. My theory is if I find the coast of France, I can then track that. I can track that westbound. So number 1 squadron, which is what this livery is they were actually the first ones to get the Harrier, and for a long time they were based at Wittering. I think they left there about 10-15 years ago, but yeah, they used to be based at Wittering, and which was the first air base to get the Harrier. Demonstrated by the fact that there is a Gate Guardian Harrier outside the front. I think it's had 2 Gate Guardians. I think a GR1 and a GR4 or something. They do have a museum for the Harrier there, but you have to arrange your visits because it's on the base, which I've never done. I should do, it's local. So just keep flying straight for a minute. I'm descending though. Do I drop below the cloud so I can find the coastline, or stay above it? I think I'll stay above. There is logic to what I do sometimes. We've got the exhaust. Sorry, on fuel, 69% fuel. I'm light enough to do a vertical landing if I wanted to. Sometimes if you're flying along, you will get someone come and join you, especially if they're flying the same plane. They want to see your plane. With the DLC on this, if you don't own a plane, it will put in one of the base, the standard planes to fill in for it. So you will get like Cessnas doing stupid speeds. But if you've both got the same DLC, then you can see each other's plane as is. So if someone else with a Harrier came up next to me, we'd be able to see each other's aircraft. They would both be Harriers. But if you don't have DLC, Flight Simulator puts in a one of its default models, a low res model as well. You don't get the high detail models. So I've turned slightly west. I'm also kind of watching the map up in the top right corner. Shall I get... Yeah, let's drop down. Let's drop down below cloud level. Go up treetop level. It's also just breaching the sound barrier there. So they've modelled the sound barrier in that you get silence if you put the camera in front and then rotate behind and it goes bang. On some it does. It doesn't do on this one. Hope this cloud isn't too thick. Yeah, there we go. Right. I'd like to comment on the sea as well. It looks good. You can get quite low. Let's just keep dropping down a little bit. It reckons I'm at 800 feet, but I don't think I am. But we can go low anyway. You do get some nice effects with the reflections off of the water. So I'm not actually sure. I mean, I'm heading in roughly what I think is the right direction. But I really need to find the coast of France, which will definitely be to my left somewhere. So 63% fuel. I've only been a few minutes and drunk that much. This says there's an airbase or airfield or something this way on the map. So let's see. Sorry if my hiccups keep coming through. Ah, yeah, there's always a voice moaning about the altitude. Oh well. All goes to plan, I'll try and do a hover landing, but I'm really not very good at them. I need two pairs of hands really for it. Go south a bit more. There is some moisture on the canopy. EGJB. Thank you. Found France. Just going to shoot some French. French are cool. Right. Let's see what we got. I do have a map on the bottom right of the cockpit as well. But it is getting cloudy. And the rain. And yep, all of a sudden very cloudy. Yeah, it's very easy to lose your bearings. Only thing I do know is that I'm upright because of the HUD, and I'm climbing because of the HUD. If I do a vertical landing, I can promise that it won't be on a runway. It tends to be wherever I can get it to land. I often overshoot the runway when I try to do it, and again, like I say, you need 2 pairs of hands, one to do the nozzle and one to keep it flying straight. I think the US Marines still use them, the Spanish I think still do, and I think India still has some. I need to double check on India, but I think they've still got some which fly. Although I think they got the American Aviate variant, which is I think that were built as a kit of parts. Should give my HUD a name. Nijabawonga. So I think I'm heading towards Zulu Victor, which they must be sitting on the runway or at the airport. I'll keep the throttle up for a little while longer. At 52% fuel, so plenty light enough to land vertically. Okay. Just gotta wait. What's some great flying films? 633 Squadron, Dam Busters, Battle of Britain, Top Gun, Iron Eagle. What else have we got? Aces High, I think. I can't think of any others. There's more flying films than there are train films anyway. Funny that talking about plane films, yeah, Airplane, of course, which I funny enough watched last night. What's your vector, Victor? so I've got the approach. So let's see. And get the air traffic control up. So yeah, Guernsey. Across to a full stop landing. That's quite cool. Okay, let's try and do this. So let's put the nozzles about half. Landing gears down. Flaps. Just line this up on the runway anyway. V-star. And nozzles. Let's put the nozzles all the way, which we should be good. I think I've undercooked this. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I've stopped. See if I can... Just the handles further so I move forward more. And then, yeah, there's Zulu Victor parked on the left with the, yeah, with the 143. Actually had the LCR clock quite last week. It's an expensive one, but I've been kind of waiting to get it. So let's go for this. Okay, let's rotate a little, straighten it up. Yeah, we'll put it down there. Okay. And then slowly and easily, just ever so slightly on the throttle, just to keep it with a bit of control. Easy, easy. More throttle, soft landing. And down she goes. Well, I'm on the runway. Yeah, so I'm going to call it a night after that. Went quite far. Isle of Wight, Gatwick, London, and then across the channel to Guernsey, and then a vertical landing. Can't go too wrong with that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.